Alright guys, and welcome back to Sons of the Forest. So today, what I'm going to do is show you guys how to get infinite 3D printer ink. So, the way I like to do it is I like to go to the location of the actual 3D printer, which is here on the map. Just a little south from where you get the handgun. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to build a shelf. You can really only build them right along this little cliff here. The rest of it is all red. So I'd recommend doing it right here, and this is pretty great. So what you're actually going to do is you're going to go onto your shelf, and you're going to go to add some 3D printer ink. So you have 100 units of 3D printer ink. Normally when you pick it up in the world, it's, I believe, 100 or 250 units you get per carton. But for some strange reason, when you're adding this to a shelf or any sort of storage place, it does it in individual items, and you can only do, I believe, like 5 in each individual item. So what you want to do is you can fill up as many as you want. It's just easier to do an entire shelf. It'll take you like a minute or two to do that. And then what you're going to need to do is recoup your 3D printer ink, so you're 100% full. So there is respawnable ink in here where the 3D printer is, but I've already sort of done this. And I'm able to refill my ink. So, now that I've done that, I'm now at 100% ink. So now if I were to go to here to try to pick it up, it's going to say I can't carry any more and kick out one thing of ink. So I can do that again and again and again. And if you see right here, they kind of all sort of fall right outside of here. So if I were to, for example, run into here, and add my ink into the printer, so I have less than what's really needed. So we're going to add essentially 250. So I should now only have, it's about 750. 750. So the way this is going to work is, if the game has done it correctly, I should only, if I pick up one of these things outside, I should only have 751 ink. But that's not going to be what's going to happen. So I'm going to go up here, and here's one of the ink that I've sort of spawned out of here. I'm going to click on that, and it added 100 resin. So I am now at 850. So I took what was 1 ink and made it to 100. So one of the cool things about this is it doesn't appear that, you know, cannibals or anybody seems to attack these, so you're fine. And if you build the second one, you can start filling it up with 3D printing arrows, so you can constantly have refills here. So yeah, one thing to keep in mind is the stuff on the ground doesn't stay. So it'll stay while you're playing, at least in single player. But if you, for example, kick out a whole bunch of these, or you do this thing in like your base, and you don't want to have like a million of these things floating around, you just save your game and you exit. And when you load back in, anything that's sort of sitting on the ground has disappeared. So just keep that in mind. I did that. When I first discovered this, I'd created a whole pool here so I could just keep printing stuff and coming back, but then I realized it wasn't going to work that way. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully they don't patch this soon, but I have a feeling, as with most of these infinite glitches, it'll probably be patched relatively soon. But yeah, I will see you guys later.